Good morning. How did you sleep? Oh, okay. I had this really weird dream last night. For those of you that don't know, I do improv at the lovely People's Improv Theater located at 154 West 29th Street between 6th and 7th Avenue. I had this dream that I was doing improv with a young group of improvisers, like fresh out of college. Oh, for all of you that don't know, improv is basically where a group of about, 2 to 9 people on stage at the same time take a suggestion of a word or a phrase or something from the audience, and then they create a series of scenes and an entire show based off of that word out of completely nothing. Like when David Copperfield goes like this with that blanket and then the motorcycle appears underneath of it. Improvisers take a blanket from the audience and go like this, and then they make a motorcycle. So anyway, in this dream, these kids had started a scene. I forget what our suggestion was. I think it was like Mount Olympus or something. So they started this scene on Mount Olympus, and they were all gods and goddesses. They were talking about problems and situations, and I had some idea to come on as Apollo, who, as far as my historical memory tells me, he was not a god. No, he was a god. He was a god. But I just couldn't, all these other gods are so defined in what they're a god of that Apollo to me didn't seem so defined. So I came on and was like, hey guys, it's me, Apollo. I'm having a crisis because I don't know what I'm the god of. And then some kid in the front row yells out, you just ruined the joke. And I was like, oh. And everyone on stage with me just turned and looked at me and were completely confused. And then I thought, oh, I wasn't listening to what they were saying, so maybe I did miss some joke. What did I miss? How could I do this wrong? And so I was freaking out. And the show kept going regardless of that situation. And then later, somehow in the dream, we're like all hanging out, and the kid that yelled at me was, I was like serving drinks or something, and he came up and asked for a drink, and I was like, you're an asshole, which I would never do in real life. And he was like, you ruined the joke. You said, I'm here at Apollo, when they were clearly on Mount Olympus. And I said, you didn't hear me correctly. I said, it's me, Apollo. I have an issue. And he was like, oh. And I was like, I didn't mess up. Here's your beer. I hate you, you asshole. So, I did not sleep very well last night. Let's just say that. How'd you sleep?